Shalom. Before we get started, as always, we want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone where we learned this truth. We out here another Saturday to prophesy the destruction of this wicked kingdom. Okay? We're here to prophesy the destruction of this place. People starting to see that everything we're saying ain't just a joke. We're not out here just talking for the hell of it. This was never a hobby to us like everybody thought. Them guys on the corner are gonna talk all day and hang out. This is serious business. And you see it today, people protesting. But we prophesied about that. That it was gonna be insurrection, rebellion among the people. We prophesied about that. But it's only gonna get worse. They're doing it on purpose. They want this to happen so they can bring out martial law. Okay, earthquake in Puerto Rico. A blackout in Puerto Rico. An earthquake came out here and hit by the San Andreas Fault. Parallel to it. Okay, Thailand got tore up. Myanmar got tore up. The Lord said to look for these signs to know when he was about to make his return. Well, it's looking like it. And we can tell by prophecy, the cruel Lord is ruling right now. Okay? They set up their little puppet. If a brother, you want to get that article out?
Can I get a scripture real quick? Just what you're saying real quick. Just start off with this right here. This is 2nd Esdras 9:1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass.
How do you measure it? How do you measure it? We're not literally out here construction workers measuring shit. We measure it by the way of prophecy, being vigilant, watching for the different prophecies. That's how we measure the time. That's how we know that the Lord is about to come soon.
Paying attention to the economy, just pretty much the geopolitical world in general. You're supposed to pay attention to that as a man, okay? You're supposed to be aware of your surroundings, not just only concerned with what they tell you in America. You know what I mean? The traditions of America. You can't see outside of that. It says, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
And the Lord is doing that. You know what happened in Myanmar? Okay? The South had tornadoes going on in Arkansas. And mind you, man, these is highly racist places that the Lord is tearing up, man. Okay, the Lord is taking these Edomites out of their comfortability, out of the so-called white privilege that they got. Okay, the Lord is taking that away, man. All right? We're going to rule next. But first, we got to fuck y'all up, man. The Lord's about to take y'all dream away before he cracks the clouds. He ain't about to crack the clouds and everything is pieces and cream. You know? The Lord said when he come back, he ain't coming to send peace, to come to send. It's going to be fire on earth when the Lord comes back. There's going to be division here. There's going to be all hell breaking loose, man. The Lord's coming back to set the earth in order. He's visiting this place. And there's going to be more calamities. It ain't just one tornado and then sky's the limit and then the Lord's going to crack the clouds. Shit just going to be happening one after another.
It says, verse 3, it says, therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world.
We just talked about that. Earthquakes. If you type in on Google how many earthquakes happened in the last week or two, the number is astronomical. It ain't never happened like that before. It was a woman, okay, women ain't supposed to be quiet, you know, but it was a woman saying that these once-in-a-lifetime events is happening back-to-back. Now they're getting scared. A once-in-a-lifetime event. You know, wipe out a whole town. How often does that happen?
In blood moons?
Yep.
Hey, it's so many blood moons that Esau don't even record them. Just a random night. It'll be a blood moon back-to-back every week. You know what I'm saying? I be noticing it. Esau don't even get to tell you forecasting a lot of the blood moons.
It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, the uproars, you know, and that's what you see, and you see in a lot of protests. Okay, you see a lot of people are not 100% dead set on rebelling against the government, but you can see that that's the next phase. Right now, people are frustrated and they're expressing their concerns, but pretty soon it's going to turn into people, you know, arming themselves with guns, you know what I mean, and people marching to the nearest what do they call the city halls?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, taking their conflicts to these political leaders pretty soon, man. You know what I mean? So that's happening all around the world, and that's because the earth is in chaos because the devil is ruling. It says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee.
Before thee. So our forefathers prophesied about these type of things. When you read Jeremiah 28:8, it said that the prophets of old prophesied against many kingdoms, countries, so on and so forth, about famine, pestilence, all the different things that was to come. So what we doing ain't nothing new what our forefathers did. You know, and if you can receive it, reincarnation, because we were back then, if you can receive it.
That's right. It says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. That's it.
And when this devil came into power, everything was peachy. You know, because that, you know, the Lord blessed him. You know, Esau's blessing is the sword, so he just took everything by blood, man. Took everything by blood, and he never thought he would see the day where his kingdom was crumbling. It's like surreal. They got a saying, it's surreal. You can't even believe it's happening. And the surreality is devil's like, damn, they really woke up? Damn, man, I guess we got a little bit more time. Let's try to do whatever we can. And that's why they're doing that New World Order system, that last little punch to try to keep their rulership going, try to mark their cattle. Because that's what you guys are. You guys are cattle. You know, just like in Blade, when Frost is talking about the end of the world, what difference does it make how the world ends, famine, plague, pestilence? That's prophecy. They put it in the fucking movies. If you pay attention.
Yeah, I mean, they gave people the movie Leave the World Behind. You know what I'm saying? Showing you what they plan to do. Really, for the past, I'll probably say for the past decade, it's been nothing but world-ending movies, apocalyptic movies that's been coming out. Those have been the hit cinema movies about the world ending, okay? And you gotta understand, those that are in Hollywood, they're master witches and warlocks. So they're getting visions from demons that are giving them little visions, right? And you know, they play it out in the movie, and it's called Revelation of the Method. Basically, the sorcerer has to tell you what they're getting ready to do to you before they do it, so that way they can't be held at blame. You know.
All right. This is Ecclesiasticus 10 and 3. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. This is the point. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. Because the bro was speaking about how you people believe in your politicians, the president. You still believe in the government. You know what I'm saying? But they have a cruel, wicked spirit on them, all right, to pretty much destroy you people, deceive you into your own destruction. But the Most High is going to counter that by setting up the elect, his son, starting with his son, Yahweh Shai, who you people ignorantly call Jesus Christ, all right? Which the Lord is a so-called Negro, by the way, if you didn't know that, okay? His father, which is Yahweh, who you ignorantly call God, is going to set him up as ruler of the earth really soon, okay? And all you people that are not written in the book, okay, parabolically speaking, the book of life, you're going to perish on the soils of America, you know, because you're of this world. You believe in this place, man.
That's right.
Yeah, more than that's it. That's all you had on?
I got something else. This is Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. You know, the noise of the whip and the noise of the rattling wheels and the prancing horses and of jumping chariots, the horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear. And there is a multitude of slain and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end to their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses. You was bringing that out. You said this place was established with blood and lies. You know, America was founded off of the captivity of the children of Israel. So this is a judgment and a prophecy of war that's coming to this place. All right? And those missiles, it said that the horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear. That glittering spear represents those ICBM missiles, man. And that's why it speaks about all the carcasses that's going to be, you know, laid all throughout the streets. You know what I mean?
And that's going to cause pestilence in itself. Having dead bodies everywhere, because when you die, your body releases a certain type of fumes. You know, different fumes release out of your body when you go, so you're going to have all them bodies laying around. It's going to attract animals too. So the animals is going to be out here attacking people. That's why the Lord said that the beasts of the field is going to be at peace with us. We're going to be good. You're going to see the crazy guys on the corner. We're going to be straight. Y'all not. You know, it's going to be different, one thing after another. Y'all ain't going to be able to find peace. This is the peace right here, man.
I got a precept, just what you were saying real quick. Just so I line it up. This is Numbers 35 and 33. It says, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
Yeah. Esau, when he came over here, Christopher Columbus was a demon. Okay? They like to celebrate niggas that's wicked just like them. Thanksgiving was wicked. Okay? What they did to the natives, it was complete like torturous. Because what they did was, okay, we cool with y'all. Everything's good. Everything's good. Now, then they turned on them. Took their women. Pocahontas, that wasn't no Disney movie. She was raped to death. That wasn't no damn Disney movie. They tried to take a horrible situation and then make it as something good. 12 Years a Slave is supposed to be a good movie?
Well, you know, that Pocahontas story, that's the black woman's fantasy. You know what I'm saying? They put that out there for the black woman. The white man comes to save the day at the end of it all. You know what I'm saying? You was in a crazy village, and here come the white man, good old white man. He come to save you out of the tyranny. But really, that story dates back to a young Native American woman, right? And Esau, they was gang raping her, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They was gang raping her and selling her around, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's why you people are gonna pay on the so-called white man's tab. You know, all of you people that love this country, that wants this place to go on, that worship the ideologies of this place, you're gonna pay the same judgment as these Edomites, the so-called white men.
Right.
You know, hey, and we're in the season. Believe that. Okay, none of you are gonna get out of this thing unscathed. You know, the world is literally getting ready to end, man. You know, so hey, no hand joined of hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished.
That's right.
Everybody gonna get punished, man. Whether it's by the plague, the famine, poverty, the captivity, the sword, it's gonna get violent in the streets of America. You know, and that's gonna be the judgment that the Most High, like the brother brought out. Okay, the blood that was spilled here, the people who spilled the blood, okay, their blood has to be required in order for the land to be cleansed. So all we can do is sit back and watch the word of the Lord manifest.
That's right.
Yeah, this is from the China briefing, right? This is going into those tariffs that Trump imposed on foreign, imports and exports. It says Trump raises tariffs on China to 145%. It says the U.S. and China.
Hold on. The average everyday person will see that and say, "Oh, that's cool. Wow, that's all right." Well, you idiots don't understand. Y'all can't see it yet. God damn, what gotta happen? Well, we know the Lord gotta destroy y'all, but y'all ain't getting a light bulb ain't going off on y'all head yet. Y'all don't understand. When you look on the back of something, majority of stuff here, what does it say it was made? In China. You don't think that's gonna affect it? The price? Everything people can't afford shit as it is. 145%. You go to try to buy another. Say people is obsessed with keeping up with everybody's doing. You gonna try to buy another iPhone to be cool, right? $1,500, and you can't make payments.
No, they said more than that.
More than that?
They said 3,000.
Ooh, shit.
They said 3 because the iPhone is already low key 1,500.
Okay.
But you know what I mean? It's already 1,000. The new iPhone that come out is already 1,000.
It's gonna lead to famine. It's gonna also lead to the market of beast, because you're gonna be in such a difficult position, keeping up with these taxes and these goods, that what you're gonna do, you're gonna have to accept the market of beast. And like the scriptures say, if you try to save your life, you're gonna lose it. That's what these people are trying to do. That's why they don't want to hear the truth. We're gonna save our life. We only got one life to live. Once that's over, that's it. But you're gonna lose it, because you're blocking out the truth. You're blocking out the word of what the Most High is. The Most High is actually giving out this truth freely. But you won't hear the voice of the prophet, so you're gonna lose your life trying to save it, man.
And a lot of these people, they're in too deep. Because like you said, they got to keep up with all of their expenses. You got people out here that live in 3-story houses, 3 cars in the garage, you know what I'm saying, Wi-Fi, a whole bunch of flat screen TVs in the house, you know what I'm saying?
2 cars.
It's people are paying a lot of money to keep up with that, you know what I mean? So that way they can present that as, you know, them having the advantage in society. So when they upgrade these prices, them same people that got all of them accessories, okay, they're gonna have to make a choice. Do I want to pay the higher price so that way I can keep up with the Joneses, or am I just gonna have to say fuck it and forsake it all and go live in a tent with my family? They're literally gonna be caught in a rock and a hard place right there, man. You know what I'm saying? And because a lot of these people, they don't have the Lord, so it's not like that's the alternative. Oh well, you know, my life's over. I might as well get myself to the Lord. That's still not gonna be in their mind. They're gonna go from living in middle class to completely poor, living under the freeway in a tent, and now they gotta go contend with them wild ass spirits that these people been avoiding their whole life. You know what I'm saying?
That metro.
Yep.
And they don't. Last thing I'm gonna say, they don't know how to be content. The scriptures, the Spirit of the Lord has trained us, built us up to the point to be content. We might lose it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we're content. You got people that make 6 figures, and I hear it all the time on social media. They're saying we still can't afford to live. Bro, how you can't make it work off 6 figures? Give me 6 figures, I'll show you what to do.
Yeah.
I'll be living nice.
Well, that's because them
You know what I'm
niggas,
saying?
when you get that type of money, that demon jump up on you. I need the finest shit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta spend $500 for the shoes.
Yep.
I gotta VIP. I gotta go to the best restaurants. I make 6 figures. You know what I mean? They don't know how to live content, man. You got brothers in this truth that have had to come up sleeping in their cars, man. Hey, through the Spirit, my first 2 years in the truth, I was living out of my car, man. And the Lord did that to me to show me to how to be content and appreciate the little things, man. These people, they don't go through them type of tests. A lot of these motherfuckers have been well off since they was teenagers. They grew up in their parents' house. Their parents was well off, and then they went to college, got a good job, and then now they're well off. They've never known oppression. They've never known struggle. So when that gets presented to them, they're gonna do what any old bozo does, make a drastic decision, right, and bankrupt themselves, man, and be out here on the streets begging for bread.
The main thing, they don't have faith because they ain't never been through nothing. Even if they've been through something, the Lord, you know, there's a godly sorrow and an ungodly sorrow. Like brothers that learn through being at the bottom, the Most High deliver you out of everything.
That's right.
These people not gonna be able to turn to no faith. So they're gonna make all kind of stupid decisions that's gonna get them killed. You know? I mean, these people are void of wisdom, especially these women. They're complete Satanists. They don't even know it. You know, the average person has the IQ of a fucking roach, man.
It's real. Straight up.
It says the U.S. and China are locked in a rapidly escalating tit-for-tat tariff war, triggered by aggressive trade measures introduced on Trump's so-called Liberation Day.
This trade war is gonna bring y'all worse fears to life, man. Okay, like I was saying in the beginning of the lesson, it's already tight for everybody. People don't even got money. Going out to a restaurant now is more than a luxury. It's like, damn, how can you even do it? You know what I mean? You might be able to go get some eat here and there, but that's about to dry up. These restaurants is going out of business. I like the Longhorn House or whatever it's called. That went out of business, and that's a popular place. You know, JCPenney out of business. Red Lobster's is going out of business. That nasty, abominable food. You know, so it's over. The grinding is ceasing, like it talks about in Ecclesiastes 12. You know, they about to do mass layoffs. People complaining about government jobs. They about to. You gonna have people from your highest jobs to your lowest jobs getting laid off. People at Walmart getting laid off. People at Home Depot getting laid off.
Well, that's what these women, they jumping on the internet now. Women are crying on the internet. I just got laid off from my job, and you know what I mean? And you know what? A lot of these women are getting ready to sell their pussy off, man.
Yep, brother.
Right? Yep. For sure. Because I was watching a video where a woman was talking about she was getting laid off. She got laid off, and then she said, well, that was my last breaking point. That was the pillar of everything. And you could tell she was already contemplating selling her body off, man. You see? So prostitution is about to increase. All right? Because people are going to be in desperate times, man. All right? And these women, they're already prostitutes. So them having sex for money is not going to really be a big deal to them now. All right? It's just now that they're going to have to really do it to survive. And the price that they're gonna have to charge for that vagina is gonna be very low. All right, it ain't gonna be no more 120. Nigga gotta pay my bills. Nigga gotta fly me out. No, you gonna be selling your ass for about probably about $25, man, or not even money. A nigga just might just give you a sandwich, you know what I mean, and you ready to bust it all open, man. That's how bad it's gonna be, man. You know, I got a precept real quick. This is Zechariah 14:2 in the NLT. Zechariah 14:2 NLT. It says, I will gather all the nations to fight against Jerusalem. The city will be taken, the houses looted, and the women raped. Half the population will be taken into captivity.
Concentration camps. You know? Concentration camps. We know 70 AD happened. That was Jacob's trouble back then. But this one is going to be, it's going to make 70 AD look like it was like a cartoon or something like that. Okay? Because they didn't have the same technology. So these concentration camps, people start telling when the cops offer them something more than a day. All right, you're going to get a day in jail. Okay, he did it. She did it. So they can hurry up and get out. Imagine being in a concentration camp that's worse than a county jail. That's worse than San Quentin. You know?
They about to send niggas to El Salvador.
El Salvador.
You know what I'm saying? And you see what type of niggas is up in there. Them is niggas that, let's be honest, man, them is niggas that really shouldn't even be alive, man.
Yeah.
Them niggas got tattoos all over their face. Them is niggas, them is the type of niggas that they took their first life at like 8 years old or something, man. And he grew up as an MS-13 gang member. You finna be sharing a cell with them niggas. They said they got 80-man cells, and they only got 2 toilets in there, man.
That's death, man.
And they about to send Americans over there, man. And Americans are not cut out for that type of living condition, and especially not being around them type of people, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna read it again. Zechariah 14:2 in NLT. It says, I will gather all the nations to fight against Jerusalem. The city will be taken. The house is looted.
And these nations are turning against America right now as we speak. Revelation, the 17th chapter, they should all hate the whore. Okay, Donald Trump is rousing these nations up. You think they in a good mood? I'm going to give you 145% tariff. And they smile like, all right, cool. No, they're upset about that, man. They're upset about that because they feel like he's messing up their livelihood. Okay? America has made these nations rich off trade. And it's vice versa. They didn't put a lot of money in America's pocket. So they feel like, damn, you trying to mess up our money. We about to get you back. And ultimately, it's going to lead to them saying, okay, we're going to push the red button and send nuclear missiles over here. So the nations, the BRICS nations, that's what that is. The nations coming together against Babylon, the great whore. You know? And she's not going to be a virgin no more. She about to get touched.
All right, it says, the house is looted and the women raped.
Yeah. These soldiers, when they start running into houses, yeah, you can try to offer them money. They just gonna take the shit. They ain't about to make a bargain with you. They don't have to. Why do you gotta make a bargain with somebody when you got an AK-47 in your hand? Give me the money and I won't do nothing. You give him the money and then he throw you in the bed and get busy with you. Joke's on you. Look at Bushwick. They got that girl. The superhero came. That's not about to happen to Jacob's trouble. The nice guys is gonna die.
And when you already got men that hate prostitutes, you know what I'm saying? You don't even know how many cases where prostitutes go disappearing. You know what I'm saying? So the climate that we're entering into, women gonna have to sell their box for cheap because you know a lot of these women don't have no integrity. So they're gonna sell their box, and a lot of men are already disgruntled, deprived, disgruntled, and what? More men and women gonna come up disappearing, and that's gonna be the judgment for doing outside of what the Most High said to do, and that's sit your ass down and fear the Lord. You know, you people don't have no fear of the Lord, which that brings knowledge. You'll have the wisdom and knowledge how to move in these times to bring you some stability. You know,
a lot of these women, got a lot of these TikTok women on the internet, you know what I mean, showing their body off and shit like that. Well, a lot of you women, you have given the enemy your location. These women, they don't even realize that, man. You know what I'm saying? You've given the enemy your location. Okay, so there's a lot of men out here, and I didn't even know, man, but they actually got like little group chats and Facebook group chats where men are getting together and, you know, devising plans on how to destroy women. That's for real. You know what I mean? So a lot of these women are out here bozo status, not really paying attention, okay, that there are actually men that really want to take advantage of you. And the only thing that these men are waiting on, they're waiting for 911 to get shut off.
Yep.
Once 911 is shut off, okay, these women, you're gonna be in trouble, man. And that little bitch ass husband you got, he ain't gonna save you, man.
That's right.
He gonna get stomped the fuck out right in front of you. They
All
gonna,
these soft ass
Yeah.
men in America
all of them.
with the smooth face, you know, ain't never, you know, don't know how to throw a correct punch.
Yeah.
Don't want no contact.
He's a pacifist.
A passive aggressive, you know. That's the way. The scripture said that all men shall be as weak as women. Where's that? Isaiah 13. Jeremiah speaks of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who have feeble knees, man.
It says half the population will be taken into captivity, and the rest will be left among the ruins of the city.
You're gonna have a lot of people going into these concentration camps, and then you're gonna have people that say, "Whoa, at least I didn't get took." Well, you're gonna die too. What you thought this was? You just about to get off and drive in the sunset while everybody else suffers? It don't work that way. The Lord's gonna get everybody that's wicked. Everybody that's doing iniquity, the Lord's gonna get. It's not gonna be one person in Babylon sitting in the corner that is miraculously got off, like that movie Castaway, where he was just on the island by himself. You know what I mean?
Well, the elect, we gonna miraculously get off.
Oh yeah, the elect.
You
Come.
know, the elect is gonna be the only ones that's gonna miraculously get off.
And the Most High, he runs the same play. Okay, his sword judgments, which is mainly that famine. Okay, the captivity, the sword, which the sword is not literal, it's violence, destruction. You know what I'm saying? Famine, disease, pestilence. Can I get this though? It's Ezekiel 7 and 10. Behold the day, behold it is come. The morning is going forth. The rod hath blossomed, pride hath budded. The rod is correction.
That's right.
The Most High is getting ready to correct this perverse behavior in society, man. Because I noticed this. You got police, which do the bidding of the elite bankers, but pretty much all they do is protect you wicked ass people. Allow you to bask in your wickedness. One nigga's a homosexual, the other broad, she's a prostitute. This nigga's a bisexual, this bitch, you know, just a bunch of wickedness. And the police is here to protect that, where the Most High is going to literally dismantle all the shit in society that got you people hedged up. It says, violence is risen up into a rod of wickedness, none of them shall remain, nor of their multitude, nor of any of theirs, neither shall there be wailing for them. Your idols, you know, the NFL, your sports, it's about to be a wrap with that. Because the only reason why you still got bread and circus is because they still devising their plan, okay, of how they're gonna, you know, finally hit you guys with that final blow. But once they hit you, there's no more need for bread and circus. You know, here's the point though. The time has come, the day draweth near. Let not the buyer rejoice, nor the seller mourn. For wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. For the seller shall not return to that which is sold, although they were yet alive. For the vision is touching the whole multitude thereof, which shall not return, neither shall any strengthen himself in the iniquity of his life. You know? So you're no longer going to, you know, like the brother was speaking about, the tariffs, which is going to lead to the famine, which is going to lead to violence in the street, more theft, more murders, more instability in the family household. You have why? All you weak ass all your women going to leave you. All you average American guys that got girlfriend holding hand, your woman's going to leave you because you're not going to have the correct counsel. You weak as hell. You're all a bunch of fucking cupcake eating motherfuckers, man.
She gonna compare you to the UN troops.
Right.
She gonna look at the UN troops. She gonna be like, damn, them niggas is greedy. And then she gonna look at you, and you a nigga that look like Johnny Depp. You know what I'm saying? She gonna say, oh, she gonna make a choice right then and there. Yeah, you can't protect me. You know, you see these women, they breaking up with niggas over, he didn't pay my bills on time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you already know they gonna spit in these niggas' faces and kick them to the curb.
A lot of these women gonna kill their boyfriends.
Yeah.
Okay? Because once they find out that the whole time you've been lying to them, you know, these women get with these clowns because they think, you know, these niggas be selling them dreams. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna be a businessman in a few years.
I'm a boxer. I
got
box.
a Tesla right now.
Yeah.
You know, but you're really weak inside, bro. It's gonna be all kind of, it's happening now. Husband and wives offing each other. You know, it's gonna get that bad in society where it's just gonna be tension. Even in the house. Hey, during the pandemic, bitches was getting beat up in their own house. You know, hey, the Most High gonna bring all that smoke, man. You know, you people pride in being wicked. The Most High gonna give you your time to be wicked out here in these streets. And you're gonna see, it's gonna be levels to wickedness. Okay, because the Most High has created the wicked for the day of evil. You know, so there's always somebody more wicked than you. And there's gonna be spirits out here created for vengeance. People that's gonna just be doing wild shit, just random shit. You can stick a knife in a nigga's skull just for no reason.
You just want to see how it works.
You know, that's what's gonna be out here in the streets of America. Why you clowns is out here playing.
A lot of these, well, you know, a lot of these so-called bums, a lot of them is some wild, unhinged motherfuckers, man. It's just that they on drugs right now, you know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing that's really leveling them out. That's why you see them sleep on the sidewalk, all right? But the economy we coming into, he ain't gonna be able to get his meth. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be mad to the motherfucker, man. He gonna, you know what I mean? He gonna lose it. He gonna be psychotic. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be the first, anybody that's don't have the covering of the Lord, you're liable to get a goddamn knife stuck in your neck, man. By one of them niggas, man. You know what I'm saying?
The eyes of the Most High are upon the sinful kingdom. The Most High sees everything you people do, everything you think, all the murmuring and the scoffing and the shit talking you do. The Lord got your number, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead. The Psalms.
Sometime.
Yeah, Psalm, this is 101.
This is Psalm 101:1. I will sing mercy and judgment unto thee, O Yahweh, will I sing.
Yeah, and it's a psalm of King David. Mercy, it's not talking about literally singing a song, doing what we're doing now. But when we teach, it said mercy and judgment. We're not just out here talking about the good times. We talk about the bad times too, which is the judgment. That's what a real teacher is going to do. They're going to tell you about the good, the bad, and the ugly. We're not about to just say, well, the Lord's going to come save everybody. 1,000 years of slavery, you get a chariot, you get 7 wives. No, we're going to tell you about the bad stuff as well. Because how are you going to get to the good stuff without the bad? The Lord's a balanced power. You know, before honor, you got to have humility. You know, that's that narrow, straight gate, that path of difficulty leading to the kingdom. Did you count the cost? Did you count the cost when you came here? You know, look at the vow that Jephthah made. You know, when he said the first thing, when we had war with Ammon, he said, the first thing that come in my house, I'll sacrifice to you, Lord. His daughter came out. He didn't count the cost. You got to count the cost. Are you cut out to hear the good and the bad? You get the Isaiah, brothers got the Isaiah 42?
Yeah, I got it.
And Jeremiah 14:10-16 at the bottom.
It's Isaiah 42 and verse 9. It says, behold, the former things are come to pass.
The former things, the flood, Sodom and Gomorrah, okay?
It says, and new things do I declare.
We declared it to you right here. We telling you what's about to happen. Y'all just don't want to hear it. Because I guarantee it's going to be a couple niggas there in Jacob's trouble that are going to say, man, damn, nobody told us. How come we didn't know? Well, y'all didn't listen.
You a goddamn lie, nigga. You know what I'm saying? The prophets, we've been out here telling you, and even if you didn't even get it from us, the prophets, I mean, the internet right now is full of motherfuckers blowing the lid off. Regular people, man. So you can't tell me that you haven't heard no ounce of truth. You don't know nothing about the New World Order at this point. You know what I mean? This protest, you know what I mean? I mean, you could be a regular person and see this protest and know something is going on in the earth. You know what I mean? If your head is still in the clouds, yeah, you're getting ready to perish in America, man. Because that is utterly complete stupid, man.
You see, these people, they don't believe in the Bible. But you got to filter everything that's happening in the world through the prophecies, through the scriptures to know what's going on. So we got an advantage. We at the mountaintop looking down. We on the outside looking in. And we telling you before it happens. Jeremiah the 49th chapter. You know? So, hey, the trick is on, the joke is on you. You know?
Right. It says, and new things do I declare, before they spring forth, I tell you of them.
It says before they spring forth. Okay, so like I was saying, you would have people saying that, man, if we had time, we would have did everything in their power. The Lord gonna make everybody feel stupid as hell that day, because they're gonna know that they wasted their time being in a mirth, partying spirit. People take partying like a job. They're diligent in it. If you look on Instagram, there's people that post daily. They're diligent and post it like it's a goddamn job. How do you post it? Do you got a job? Do you got like things going on in your life? You got to post every day, every second. They do it like a job. So think about, damn, I wish I would have took time to hop off social media and got right with the Lord. The gates of mercy is like this right now. It's like this. And it might not even be that. We know the elect is pretty much sealed because everything that's going on. There's no way it can be another 1,000 years like these false pastors say. There's no way. There'll be no flesh to be saved. We all be iRobot by then, man.
The Lord ain't for everybody. And that's all I'm going to say. I ain't going to go into it. The Lord ain't a white man. Okay? Jesus Christ is a figment of your imagination.
Right.
That goes back to a Greco-Roman god, Serapis Christos. The Lord don't have nothing to do with the majority of you people. Him and his descendants are Negroes. Why do you think they plastered up this false image and spread it around the world? Some faggot white man with some long hair looked like he couldn't even beat up a goddamn baby, man.
Yeah.
You know? It's a joke, man. So the Lord don't want everybody anyway.
That's right.
That's right.
God love everybody. Get the hell out of here. You people are wicked as hell, man.
I got a precept to that. This is Jeremiah 28:8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries. And notice how it says the prophets before me, right? So for people to say, oh, I didn't know about that. Well, I mean, the prophets go back thousands of years, man. You know what I'm saying? The spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets. Through the spirit, we've been out here for thousands of years telling people what it is, man. You know what I mean? So you mean to tell me thousands of years you people still haven't caught on? Yeah, you're ready. You're ready to meet the slaughter at that point. You know what I mean? You deserve the slaughter for sure.
As in the days of Noah. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Still doing wickedness. Man.
Still up to the same old bullshit. You people are the same spirits. These people, they think that this life that they got now is new, and this is my new YOLO life, and this is my new chance at life. No, you people have been reincarnated many times on this planet, and every single time you've been reincarnated, you've been on the same bullshit, same rebellion against the Most High, man. And the Lord is going to finally put a stop to it, man. It says, and before thee of old prophesied against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
That's all plagues right there. That's all plagues is talking about. Our forefathers did this, man. In the scriptures say that you shall fall on your lot at the end of the days. We're doing what we were destined to do. Prophesize against this place. You couldn't tell us 10 years we was going to be doing this or something like that, but the Lord has it happen in his time. You wake up when the Lord wants you to wake up. Okay, and our forefathers did the same thing. They would prophesy against the kingdoms. The Lord is going to destroy this place. That's why when people would see prophets in the ancient world, they would get nervous because they knew some shit was about to happen. But nowadays people see the prophets, they laugh. You know, the scriptures say that we made spectacle, but the scriptures also say that we're going to laugh at your calamity. And you damn right we are. I'm going to have a ball when y'all start getting fucked up. When San Diego got flooded a while ago, oh man, that was joy to my heart, because that's a comfortable city where people got good jobs. They don't have to worry about their light bill. They got paid. The Lord did that to discomfort people.
Well, I mean, look at Pasadena, man. These people are running around out here like a couple months ago. The Lord didn't just burn down fucking Altadena, man. Hey, look at these people out here, man. They totally forgot. They're out here, business as usual, ice cream, dates. But just a couple months ago, the Lord burnt down Altadena.
Ain't nothing gonna change till it hit home.
Yeah.
Till it directly affects them.
Yep. Well, the people who lost their house in that Altadena fire, okay, you know, it affected them, and they're hurt about that. They're hurt about that to this day. But to these people, oh, well, that's their problem. My house didn't get burned down. I'm all good. You know, I'm straight. It ain't, you know what I mean? I'm still living my life.
But that's why even the Beatitudes, which these Christians run around with, like it's some type of fairy tale doctrine, it says, those who mourn now will laugh, they soon gonna laugh. Hey, when judgment start kicking off in these streets and all hell break loose, that's when those of us who fear the Lord, that's mourning now, you know, that's when we're gonna be laughing. And those who laugh now is gonna cry. You know, the Christianity makes everything a soft teddy bear, preschool, kindergarten type doctrine, man. The Bible is the most violent book you could ever read. More violent than any movie. You know, that's what you people make it out to be, some second grade fairy tale story. You know, people die every day. Judgment goeth forth every day. You people don't even know that judgment is of the Most High. That death is of the Most High, man. Babies dying, children. So how can the Most High love everybody, man?
Bullshit.
You know? When you got motherfuckers that's out here that's completely anti-life, but he love everybody, but you don't even love your neighbor. All you do is gossip about everybody. That's all you do. That's all you people do. You men too. It's a bunch of women. You go on the job, niggas just that's all they do is gossip like a bunch of, you men have turned into the women. And that's biblical prophecy. That's end time prophecy. Men shall be lovers of themselves. Men shall be as women. People should be high-minded, having a form of godliness, but really denying the truth about the Most High, man. You know? You got something?
Yeah, can you hold Isaiah 24:11 about the chart, Jeremiah 14:10 16?
Yeah. Isaiah 24:11.
No, he gonna go first.
Jeremiah 14:10. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh unto this people, thus have they loved to wander.
Yeah, our people have been wandering to different philosophies, different religions. Okay? So the Lord is upset right now. The Lord's not happy with this place, and it's referring to the nation of Israel right now. Okay? Good.
They have not refrained their feet, therefore the Lord does not accept them.
The Lord is upset, like I was just going into. The Lord's not happy with the nation of Israel right now. The only people that he's happy with is the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay, during the time of Joshua, what did the Lord do to the Israelites when he was heading to the promised land? He killed a lot of them. Okay, and then their children, he raised them up the right way, and then he showed them the promised land. Same thing the Lord's going to do with this place. He's going to kill the undesirable, and they're going to get brought back through us in the kingdom.
He will now remember their iniquity and visit their sins.
Okay, exactly. All the wicked shit that these niggas are doing, the Lord knows it. The scripture said the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom. The eyes of the Lord are the chariots, the angels. They report back to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, everything that's going on in the earth. Everything. There's not one thing. Okay, the guy in the corner got sodomized and the Lord don't know about it. The Lord knows about everything A through Z.
That's what all these sightings are about. You know, that's why the so-called white man got something called Project Bluebeam to deceive you from what's really going on in the heavens. And it's the fulfillment of Amos, the 9th chapter. The eyes of the Lord are his angels, which are those chariots. Them bright lights you be seeing, they spying this place out. The only time you see them is when they want you to see them, because there's going to come a day where they're going to cover the skies and they're going to pull up to destroy you people, man. And that's soon, man. And they're going to defend and deliver the elect from those ICBM nuclear missiles, man.
I got a precept.
That's prophecy.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 7 and verse 11. Yahweh judges the righteous. Yahweh's judgment, Salakia. So this is Psalm 7 and 11. Yahweh judgeth the righteous, and God is angry with the wicked every day. You know, that's why he's judging this place, and he's going to deliver his elect. You know.
That's right.
Oh yeah, and this is what we gotta wait for. You know, we're being judged right now by being patient and waiting on the Lord. You know, but you people, you guys are soon gonna be judged in a way that's way worse. You know,
These people think that God is supposed to come out the sky himself, a big giant invisible hand, and start doing stuff.
Yeah.
No, the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. Just like that video game Sims, or you play chess. The Most High is he's playing the whole board, on the left hand and the right. All of these world leaders, the Most High has his hand in their back like a puppet, as well as the elect. We're out here speaking the word of the Most High. His hand is in our back via the Holy Spirit. You know.
In 2 Ezra 16 and 61, he made man and put his heart in the midst of the body and gave him breath, life, and understanding. Yeah, the spirit of almighty power, which made all things and searcheth out all hidden things in the secrets of the earth. Surely he knoweth your inventions and what you think in your hearts, even them that sin and would hide their sin.
And he brought up the breath, you know, the breath in the beginning of the scripture, because when you read the book of Genesis, the Lord put the breath in Adam, and that's his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to separate us from the beast, because we're on the same level as beast before we got this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So that's how the Lord sees the 2/3 right now as beast, acting just like the heathens. Okay? The Lord don't recognize you guys right now because, one, y'all don't know who you are, and two, you don't even care to. Y'all real young niggas like y'all always say. You know, so that's what separated us from the beast, was the breath of life. You know, by way of this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, because the law wasn't written out at first, it was given orally. Okay? When it came down to Moses, that's when it got written out. Go ahead.
It says, therefore the Lord exactly searched out all your works. He will put all of you, he will put you all to shame.
Yeah, the Lord is going to expose all your wicked deeds. The scripture says the Lord shall travel around Jerusalem with candles. That's symbolic because the Lord is going to expose you. He's going to shine a light on you, all your wicked deeds. Okay? What are you doing? What are you doing to Alazar right now? You know, Alazar is the peg bandit. He like to have a good spicy nightcap with his wife. And that's a big brolic nigga. You would think he'll split somebody's wig if you seen him. He's softer than peanut butter. You know? So the Lord ain't just going to expose these false pastors. Everybody that's doing wickedness, the Lord is going to bring it to the light. Period. And the thing is, y'all ain't even repented. If you repented, you got right with the Lord, you'll be straight. But everybody ain't going to do that. They don't got that integrity in them. You know?
There ain't enough jujitsu and boxing you can do. Because when that famine come, you're going to be stricken. Your bones going to start to show. So it ain't going to matter how big you are. You know, a woman, she want a nigga that's 6'8". That nigga gonna be sticking bones. You know, a lot of you ain't even gonna make it through the family.
The scripture said that the virgin shall mourn having no bridegroom. You know? So all these niggas is gonna get drafted out, killed, and if you don't get drafted, the plagues is gonna get you. You know, 2 Ezra 15 and 49, widowhood, poverty, and famine, pestilence, the sword. Those type of plagues is coming, man. And the sword, that's gonna be a MF for y'all, man. Because the sword represents destruction, but it's also the modern day good. That's Esau's blessing. So he gonna let the iRobots out come shoot everybody up, stab everybody up.
And really, they gonna do it for each other. There's so much division in this country that once the resources are taken from you, people are hungry and they can't afford anything. Everybody got a gun in this society. Y'all gonna turn them guns towards one another. The scriptures say that. Because there is no honor among thieves. You people don't have any honor. You know, if it comes down to it, you people will kill one another. You know? Because you're a bunch of backbiters and gossipers and wicked and followers, man. And at this point, you're all Satanists. The so-called white man have programmed you to be a Satanist unknowingly.
Yep.
So you don't have any moral integrity. You accept homosexuals. Men accept feminism. You know what I'm saying? These niggas, they don't even care that. I don't want to over talk, you know what I'm saying?
You good.
You know what I'm saying? The average woman is sleeping with 2-3 dudes at the same time. These dudes don't even care.
Even more. It's probably more.
More than that.
10.
These niggas will come right behind that and swap spit with the next man. That's gay as hell.
A brother posted a video where they do these little dating, they go out and ask women questions when they leave a bar. The guy that was doing it said, hey, can I get a kiss on my cheek? The woman gave him a kiss on the cheek, and then her husband ended up walking up.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Her husband ended up walking up, and he's like, hey. And he said, can I get another kiss? And she was like, no, that's how we greet ourselves. And I forgot wherever she was from. The husband was cool with it. All right, baby, let's go have a good rest of the night.
Yeah, so when all hell break loose, when all hell break loose, you people gonna kill each other. Where is that at? That's in 2 Ezra, saying.
Yeah, 2 Ezra 15.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you people gonna literally kill each other. Look at during the pandemic how y'all was over that tissue. You know? And that was just an example.
Jeremiah 14 and 11, then said the Lord unto me, pray not for this people for their good.
We're not about to pray for y'all. We don't give a shit. You think if anybody out there's putting pray for California, pray for New York, pray for Atlanta, they clearly ain't a brother. Because if you're a brother, you want this place to be destroyed. You praying for the contrary of this place to be good, for this place to go down. We pray that Yahweh Shema Shai hasten the time, man. We don't give a shit. We see somebody died of a pestilence. We ain't about to put our head down and be like, why did Jim get hurt? Call Allah Yahweh Shema Shai. And if somebody will hear you say that because you pray that somebody got put down, they'll say you wicked. Y'all don't understand the Bible. Y'all don't understand the Heavenly Father.
That's what I was gonna say. It sounds terrible.
Yeah.
But it's the only way. It's like mercy. Like you people, the average person is so destroyed, it'll be a merciful thing for them to go back to the spirit realm. Like we were saying. HOMOs have no dealings with real men. The fact that you gotta step to a counter and a tranny is ringing you up. Bro, like where do we live? Bizarro world? Like that should be offensive. That should be offensive to any real man. That's how gone this place is. That everybody's just accepted perversity, man. So it's a mercy thing, you know. The family household is completely destroyed. Even these people that have children, they're not even raising the children. Social media is raising the children. Movies in Hollywood, because everybody's void of judgment. You can't tell me that the average woman has a mind of counsel of the Lord, because the counsel of the Lord is pro-life. You got bitches running up and down the street mad because they can't abort their children, and then you got men that come against what we saying. We're actually speaking pro-life. The shit y'all own is anti-life. You know, oh, I don't want to be a wife. I don't want to be a husband. I'm a homosexual. All that is anti-life. Look, she said, oh God. That's why this place is going to be destroyed. You see what I'm saying? Hey, they've set good for evil and evil for good. That's the point where we're at. That righteousness is evil to these people. And then what's evil is good. You put on a wig, a grown-ass 6'8" Negro man, put on a wig and some heels, and everybody's clapping to him and saying, oh, he's doing a bold thing, you know? You people are fucking sick, man.
They still got this. They'll have disgusting hate for us, but they'll accept what this brother just said. That's how you know this place is backwards. Yeah. They'll accept the nigga with his toes painted, walking around in heels, but then they say we hate the prophets.
Niggas got fingernail polish. Niggas be wearing fingernail polish, and bitches still fuck with them. I be sitting there like, bro, I would swing on this nigga if I could.
Yeah.
She was like,
This shit is crazy.
It's backwards.
It's a homosexual society. Sodom and Gomorrah. What happened to Sodom and Gomorrah? You know? Then you got all these little stupid young niggas. You can't tell them nothing. Hey, so it's gonna be mercy that the Most High destroys this place.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yup.
Yeah.
Keep talking. The Most High gonna deal with you scoffing.
Oh, yeah.
First.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
First,
Yeah,
you know?
I can't wait. That's
Especially
like
a
kicker.
fat, ugly thing like that, man.
Like browser or something.
You know?
You know?
You should be the last one saying something.
Yeah, the scoffers, you scoffers, you gonna get it real bad, because a lot of you scoffers, the reason why you're scoffers in this time period, a lot of y'all got the blood of the prophets on your hands. The scoffers back in the day were actually putting the prophets to death. So the Lord is going to contend with you motherfuckers that got something to say against the truth. The Lord is going to bring a smackdown on you motherfuckers, man. You just some disrespectful pieces of shit, low-level goons, man. All right?
Verse 12. When they fast, I will not hear their cry. And when they offer burnt offering and oblation, I will not accept them.
In the ancient times, that's what we would do. We would sacrifice things to the Lord. You know, that do what was pleasing to him to atone. Okay? So the Lord is not going to, you guys in that day, you guys are going to try to do whatever you can to have the Lord accept you, but you guys have realized the time is right now. Okay? You're not going to be able to bargain with the Lord on the last day. When the Lord cracked the clouds, he got all the information he need. He got all the information that he need to do what he got to do. Period. There ain't no bargaining. Well, I was good on September 10th, but on the 11th, I was bad. Nah, the Lord already knows.
He says, I will not accept them, but I will consume them by the sword, and by the famine, and by the pestilence.
These are plagues. These are all plagues the brother just read about. The Lord's going to consume you guys with those. And when he said consume, that means all the wicked niggas here. Okay? It's going to start off at the house of the Most High, which is Israelites. All right? He going to tear you guys apart. There ain't no more 5-year plans. There ain't no more 10-year goals. There ain't no more 20-year plans. Your kids ain't going to college.
That's the,
Right.
That's the spirit you said that. Just I'm gonna back you up. You people can't even really concoct up a 5-year plan. You don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. That's proof of what we're saying is true. And we've been out here for years telling you this. Now it's at this point, you still lost. Because the Most High has the spirit of blindness on you, man. I'm not talking about physical blindness. Okay, he's cutting you off from this truth. That's why he said he's gonna come upon you like a thief in the night. He's just gonna smack you out of nowhere while you making those plans, you know?
And that's sad too, that in the latter days, you have been cut off from knowledge. This is when you need knowledge the most.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You probably could have got away with being ignorant in the Roman Empire. That was probably the last time Jake could have been ignorant. Now, in these times, man, you still lost. You still don't understand what the mark of the beast is. You still don't understand that the government is trying to kill you. I mean, hey, at this point, there's nothing really we can say to you people at this point. That's why we only thing we can do come out here is just condemn you. We ain't out here to try to save niggas, and you know what I mean. We ain't got no big ass billboard. Come on here, we can save you through the blood of Yahweh shot. No, we ain't trying to do that with you people no more. Cause if you're cut off at this point, unfortunately, man, you're fit for whatever judgment the Lord got out here, man.
Well, like you said in Isaiah 29, they go into Pharaoh. They're actually going to the enemy to get counsel, and that's going to be to your own destruction. Common sense. You're going to the one that wants to destroy you, the so-called white man, the biblical Edomite. That's who you people look towards to see what's, the authority. You look towards the so-called white man, which he's known as the devil according to the Bible, man. He's known as the deceiver, man. You know?
And King David said, remember the Lord gave him them choices, pestilence in the land, this many people could die, or you could flee from your enemies, right? King David said, hell no, I'm not trying to deal with my enemies. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather this happen than for me to be chased around by my enemies, or me having to go to my enemies and trust them and have to bow down to them. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather die. But now our people are in a perpetual state to where they're not even honorable anymore. That's the honorable thing, to be like, man, fuck the enemy, man. You can kill me right now. Jake is like, actually,
I'm gonna go with the enemy.
You said you got a McDouble for me? You know what I mean? Niggas is selling out for cheap. You got a Western bacon for me? Okay, all right.
They hide from the Most High to go hide in the bosom of the enemy. And that's crazy you said that, because out of everything I pray to the Most High, because David said that, my enemies are cruel. Like they want to fucking rip my limbs off. That's what I pray.
Hey, even King Saul knew that.
Yep.
Even Saul, as wicked as Saul knew, as wicked as Saul was, even Saul knew that. That's why he told his armor bearer, hey, just put a sword through me right now, man. Don't let them heathens get a hold of me, man. You know what I mean? Even he knew that his enemies would rip him apart.
That's why we run into the Lord.
Yeah.
We like, Lord, hey, any type of death, whatever, just have mercy on us. Because even if, the enemy, of course, he going to come at us, because we keeping the Lord's patience, he gonna keep us. He going to have some form of mercy. We don't know how it's going to play out. There's going to be some form of mercy shown, even in death, Oh, I got some.
You got some, bring it up. We'll go back.
It's in Isaiah 24 already, but I just wanted to bring the top out. Isaiah 24:1. Behold, the Lord Yahweh maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, and as with the servant, so with the master, and as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. Which means everybody is getting ready to be on the same playing field. That means completely destroyed and through. Who is the lender? The bank. Who is the buyer? Everybody gonna be on the same level. The usury is you go get a car, and they charge you usury. What do you call that?
Interest.
Interest. So the Most High is getting ready to destroy. He's scattering the inhabitants of the earth. And I believe that word empty right there in Isaiah 24, it means depopulation. That's one of the definitions. But which I brought that out to go into how these plagues are actively playing out, because these people think we out here talking, but this is the point right here. The earth mourneth, this is Isaiah 24:4, and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. And the word languish means to grow weak or faint. And all of these people are out here fronting. They feeling the burn. This is an active prophecy. Okay, that's happening right now. Active plague at the Most High, and it's only the beginning. Okay? It says, therefore, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. One good example is how all of these women are out of order. Every woman in America pretty much is out of order according to the Bible. You're only put on this earth to be a help to a man. Not to play the field, not to rack up a bunch of bodies. And that's a major abomination in the scriptures. That's pretty much, that's why everything is destroyed. You got women in the workplace. Anytime you put women in an area of men that's supposed to be for men, it ruins it. The gym.
Yeah.
You know, you got these social media guys coming out saying they don't even go to the gym no more.
Because the women ruined it.
Because the women ruin it. And then you bring the woman in and now men start acting like bitch ass niggas.
Yeah, niggas snaking each other out.
Snaking each other out.
Or bitch validation.
You know? Men are seeking women's validation. No, the woman's supposed to be seeking your validation only.
You know, women were created with the earth.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why women are carnal the way that they are, because they were created with this place. All right? The elect were created in the heavens. We were created outside of this place. That's why we understand, yeah, a woman is supposed to serve you, you know what I mean? Just like the earth is supposed to serve you. She's one with the earth. But she's been polluted by feminism. You know what I'm saying? And now it's sad, man. You got women that are like 21 years old with a body count of already like 22. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, God damn. And then, you know, she's trying to figure out why she ain't got no man. And it's like, what do you even tell a bitch like that? There's no explanation to tell her, like, you're done. You're a whore.
Well,
you know,
really,
it's over.
They really don't need a man.
Yeah.
The average guy is a complete fucking clown. Like, not to just say that like I'm just the greatest or something, but the average dude is void of any type of wisdom.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not talking about the wisdom of this world, because at this point, the Most High is casting down the wisdom of this world. You got niggas that got money, you got niggas that got college degrees, they don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. Okay? Because the Most High is, what do you say? The wisdom of teaching? Yeah, how to say it. The Most High is confounding the mighty things of this world by the weak things of this world, which we represent that. The weak things of this world.
That's right.
That's why people walk by laughing. And little do you know, we're the reason why this place is being brought down.
Right.
You know, and you're gonna find that out at the end.
Right.
You know?
I got a preset. You want it? Can I get this one? This is Jeremiah 23:10. It says, "For the land is full of adulterers, for because of swearing the land mourneth. The pleasant places of the wilderness are dried up, and their course is evil, and their force is not right."
Go ahead and read that.
It says, "For both prophet and priest are profane." Well, let me read that again, because I want to break that down. This is Jeremiah 23:10. It says, "For the land is full of adulterers," and that's exactly what we're saying. The land is full of adulterers, right? And a big reason of that is because the women are out of control. So women are literally in this time period forcing men into adultery, because you're meeting women that are not virgins, right? And then you just trying to get some box, but she ain't no virgin, so boom, you've technically committed adultery. And then a lot of these women is having sex with men, not even telling them that I got a nigga at the house. Like when women go to Vegas, you know what I mean? A lot of women that go to Vegas and shit, they got dudes. They leave their dudes in whatever state or whatever city they in, right? And then they go to Vegas and go freak off, right? Committing adultery, man.
And that's beautiful you said that, because the whole reason that the Most High created man and woman was to procreate. And so now you can't even raise up the children righteously, because you both, there's nothing but adultery being committed. The woman's are slower, the man is void of counsel and knowledge, and so you got all this adultery and wickedness going on. How are the children gonna come out?
Beat the cycle.
So what legacy are you gonna leave? And now we've gotten to this point, right, to where everybody's just a bisexual and a clown. That's it.
Look at Alizar, man. He done got trapped up with that shit. You know what I mean? You know, I'm starting to realize that it's very common that niggas is bending over the kitchen counter and letting their wife stick it in their ass, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? See, Alizar, he's supposed to be the high chief priest. He's supposed to be the high chief priest, but you didn't fell victim to one of the most nasty abominations there is known to man. Okay? You can, you know what I mean? Like Apostle Gabar said. Hey, Apostle Gabar is funny as hell, man. He said, gorillas are supposed to eat bananas. He said gorillas are supposed to eat bananas, not stick them up their ass. You know, hey, but that's because the land is full of adulterers. When the land is full of adulterers, everybody's a freak. Everybody's trying to get a nut off. You know what I'm saying? The nightclub is full of every nigga trying to get a nut off. Niggas that have sex in the bathroom at the nightclub, man.
That's what we were saying. That, hey, the Lord never created people to be hypersexualized. He created sex, which means to cut. Which means a woman is supposed to be a virgin for you to cut her hymen. You know what I'm saying? But it was never created to just be hypersexual, like the brother said. Which means you people are mentally sick at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like sex. The Lord created that between a husband and wife to keep them bonded. You know, that's why these women, they can't bond, because you done had sex with. How you gonna go backwards? You done had too much sex already.
Yeah. You done seen all sorts of different rod sizes.
You know?
And seen other niggas and, you know what I mean, what other niggas can offer. And one nigga, he's a slow stroker. The other nigga's a long stroker. The other nigga, you know what I'm saying? She didn't experience so much, she can't come back from that. That's why when I be seeing these women on the internet, like, oh, I don't need no man. He got to do this. He got to do that. What do I need a nigga for? I be sitting there thinking like, well, yeah, she might be right, because she's already destroyed past the point of no return.
Exactly.
All right, and she can't pair bond with nobody. So of course she gonna say that. But let me finish this off. It says, for because of swearing, the land mourneth. The pleasant places of the wilderness are dried up, and their course is evil, and their force is not right. Yeah, the pleasant places of the wilderness are dried up. Everything's a goddamn a fucking wasteland, man. Okay, you don't go places and see like trees and like beautiful gardens anymore, man. You just see a whole bunch of dry ass shit, especially in America. No, not America, California. California is a concrete jungle, man. Everywhere. You know what I'm saying? If you want to see a little bit of the pleasant places, the wilderness a little bit, you got to go to like Oregon or something like that, man.
And 100 years ago, California had beautiful waters, like way too
Buffalo
beautiful.
running around and shit. God said that. The Native Americans said before the white man came over here and enslaved this land, God said that it was buffalo running around, it was deers running around, rivers, you know what I'm saying? Mountains with water coming down, man. Okay, before these goddamn Caucasians ruined everything, man. And then, hey, Shalom. Hey, Shalom. Y'all about to Shalom. Yeah, before the Caucasian devil, before he came into the mix, you Caucasians, you destroyed everything. You really have. You've destroyed everything. You pieces of shit. You've destroyed it all. Okay? These devils have destroyed everything, man. All right? Before they got their raggedy ass into power, all right?
I'm from Israel.
Oh yeah. You're not a real Israelite. We're the real Israelites. You're
That's what I'm hearing.
yeah, exactly. As long as you understand that, man. Okay, well you're gonna be destroyed then, all right?
Yeah.
Get your punk ass out of here.
Thought he made a statement. Hey,
Yeah, get your punk ass up out of here.
Rich, walk over here.
Get up out of here, man.
See,
Yeah, we go ahead. You got it, man.
wait, that's it.
Jeremiah 14:13. There said I, Lord Yahweh, behold, the prophets say unto them, yea, they shall not see the sword, neither shall ye have famine,
And that's these false teachers. Keep going.
but I will give you a short peace in this place.
That's these false teachers. They say that no bad stuff is going to happen. There's no Jacob's trouble. There's no MOTB. There's no pestilence. We're just going to get a rapture in your suit and life is going to be great. Well, y'all don't understand the scriptures, man. Are y'all reading? Oh, okay, the Rakakadash ain't dealing with you. The Lord ain't dealing with you. You can't break it down. Okay? Because the Bible is not no fairy tale book. The Bible is actually very graphic. This is the most graphic book I've read in my entire life, if you got to understand it. It's graphic, but then the Lord is also merciful. These false pastors tell you that no bad stuff is going to happen, that life is just going to be great, and they're going to be destroyed, and the followers are going to be destroyed because they don't want to snap out of that fucking illusion.
Hey, well, you know what's fucked up is a lot of these false pastors, you know, like Nate and all these characters, they do read the scriptures. They know what's in the scriptures. But the thing is, they twist it and pervert the judgment so that way they can get money.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They can hustle and nickel and dime their supporters, all right, and get money out of them. Okay? So they're very wicked, man. All right? And the Lord has always had a problem with false prophets and false pastors. That's all throughout the scriptures, man. Okay? A lot of, you know what I mean? Because you got a lot of these people that's coming up right now. Everybody thinks they're a prophet right now.
Yep.
But what about when the Lord said that there's going to be many false prophets that go on into the earth? You don't think that that could be you? You know what I'm saying? This is, hey, even the apostles, they had to consider that. You know what I mean? When the Lord said, pretty much one of you is a devil, all right? The apostles were sitting there scared, like, oh shit, oh damn, could it be me? Could it be me? But you got these people, you got these niggas out here, oh no, I know the Lord dealing with me. I know I'm a man of God. I know I'm one of the Most High's chosen. And he a whole goddamn false prophet, man. He a nigga that's you know, digging in the tide money, taking thousands of dollars, man, and then coming up with an excuse, Al-Azhar, okay?
Just like King Saul, he glorified himself over the Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So the Lord rejected him, you know, and took everything he had, his kingdom, you know, his riches and his mind, man. First, you know, he took his mind from him.
That's right. Is that it?
Jeremiah 14:14. Then the Lord said unto me, the prophets prophesied lies in my name. I sent them not.
Lord ain't dealing with these false teachers, man. Because you got a nigga like, I forgot that nigga's name, where he said he was a God-sent comforter or something like that. Yeah, he said he's a God-sent comforter. Man, you got to be an idiot, man.
Stupid black nigga.
You got to be an idiot. The Lord ain't dealing with these niggas, but they'll come up with something. I saw an angel last night, and he told me to ask you guys for 40,000. They come up with shit like this, and people believe him. What was the angel's name? Gabriel. And then they'll just give it to him.
They give you the most generic angel name to think of.
Uriel.
Yeah, Gabriel said it. So y'all go ahead and give me that 40,000 if you got it. What the fuck is wrong with you niggas, man? All right, the Lord gonna crash and burn these motherfuckers that's speaking lies, okay, using the holy scriptures to do it, man. We're gonna crash and burn you stupid ass niggas, man. All right? You wait till the lights cut out here, man. You ain't gonna be no fucking prophet then. You're gonna be a nigga scrambling in the street, okay? Scared out of your mind, man. You gonna give up on the Most High, because the Most High been gave up on your faggot ass, man.
I sent them not.